What's going on, amazing people of YouTube? TJ here again with another video for you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. So the other day, Apple introduced new iPad Pros and new MacBook Airs. Now, the MacBook Airs, and if I'm being completely honest, do not excite me that much. So I'm not even going to cover the MacBook Air, but let's just quickly just say they did get the new scissors switch mechanism keyboards like the 16-inch MacBook Pro has, and they did get 80% better graphics performance and 2 times faster CPUs. With that being said, that's really the extent of the MacBook Air upgrades, so we're going to leave it at that. The highlight, the bread and butter of Apple's updates the other day were definitely the iPad Pro, as well as the new Magic Keyboard accessory, which we're going to dive into now. So we have the same beautiful liquid retina display as we had in the 2018 iPad Pros. No upgrades to the display itself, but I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I think that's totally fine because I find the iPad Pro displays to be absolutely stunning just as they are. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to see micro LED panels in these tablets as I guess some people want to see. Definitely not OLED though, because OLED would not be great because they do have screen burn-in potential. So you don't want to see OLEDs, but micro LEDs would be pretty cool. But that will not be happening this time around, which is fine. But the upgrades that Apple did do this year are so impressive that I would go as far as to say that it really brings the iPad Pro to an entirely separate level. Beyond what we have seen from the competition like the Microsoft Surface line, Apple has finally done it. They finally have brought the iPad Pros to the level they should have done from the start. What do I mean by that? Well, beyond the display, which, as I said, is stunning as it is, we now have, well, I think that, honestly, the highlight is the cursor support, the fact that we now have trackpad support on these iPad Pros. Let's start with the camera, though. The camera is now upgraded. We now have the 10 megapixel ultra-wide camera, the 12 megapixel wide camera, and something that we now call the LiDAR scanner. Now, you might say, what does this really matter? Well, I think it's really cool because not only is it great for augmented reality, but Apple does not include things for no reason. Let's be clear. This isn't just something that Apple tossed in for fun. It's not just because they want you to use AR apps to help you rearrange your furniture in your living room. Let's be honest, that's not all it is. Apple has something up their sleeves. They always do. If they included it on this 2020 iPad Pro, there's a darn good reason for that. And that excites me. So it's really cool they included this. And it's really nice that they included the new ultra-wide lens, because why not? If you have a multi-camera setup going for your videos, this is incredibly useful. I like to say, why not have something? So when some people say, why have cameras all on iPads? I say, why wouldn't you want the option to have these cameras? So that's really cool. So the LiDAR scanner, again, just to put it simply, it just measures the distance between things using light. It measures how long it takes light to reach an object and reflect that. And as you can see, I don't know much about LiDAR scanners, but I know that NASA uses the technology, and I trust that Apple has something big up their sleeves with it. Now, it says, and this is a key thing to see too, it says, and beyond. That's why I had my theory about Apple definitely has something bigger up their sleeves that they're just not saying yet. But it's really cool they include it. So, that's that. Now, on top of the new camera configuration, and here we go again with the AR, by the way. This is cool. But what's even cooler is the fact that we now have, in the HLZ Bionic chip, yes, as I said, 8-core graphics. So, I mean, this thing was already a beast. The 2018 iPad Pros were already a beast in terms of performance. And Apple just took it to another level, which is so cool. It's so great because developers will take advantage of this. I believe, my theory is, now that we have this trackpad support, developers are going to be even more inclined to make their apps closer to desktop operating system class apps, which is great because we have all the innovation going into these iPad Pros. I think it's definitely not unfair to say that. Apple has kind of just paused all innovation with the MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, anything MacBook. Apple just seems to be putting on the back burner in terms of real innovation. They're putting all that into their iPad Pros, which I think is a very clear sign that Apple wants us to be focusing on iPad Pros. And I'm willing to say okay, because I'm very impressed with what I see with this package. Now, in terms of what size, I think it kind of goes to show you that with the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, it's very close to the display size of a 13-inch MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. So, if you're using this as a computer alternative, you absolutely should give it a really good think and consider going for the 12.9-inch. Because if you want to use it as a tablet, you can still do so. And yes, with the 12.9-inch, you lose a little bit of portability over the 11-inch, but you gain that screen real estate, which makes it feel even more like a proper computer alternative. I can't stress that enough. I can't say that enough. Definitely consider it. I myself ordered the 12.9-inch Space Gray 128GB model iPad Pro. I'm super excited, and I think that this is a real turning point because of what I'm going to talk about right now, which is the Magic Keyboard. Now, Apple has done an absolutely stunning job with this new Magic Keyboard, and I don't say that a lot. If you guys know me from my past videos, you'll know that I have been very critical of Apple's accessories. Apple is well known for making accessories that just honestly suck. This time around, I mean, no, we haven't gotten our hands on this yet, but just based on the videos that they posted and the just looking at it, you can tell it's going to be something that is immensely useful, well designed. I love that they added USB-C power to it as well, meaning you can now charge your iPad from it and still have something else plugged into the USB-C port on the iPad itself. That is, I mean, can I get a hallelujah? That is just amazing. That's something that is really useful, and Apple probably should have done that from the start, from 2018, but I'm glad they at least did it now. Now, the bad news about this is that in typical Apple fashion, they made it ungodly expensive. The 11-inch model starts at $300 for the Magic Keyboard, and if you are like me and you're getting the 12.9-inch model, which again, as I said before, I advise anyone to give that at least a thought about that model, it will be $350 for the Magic Keyboard. So definitely not ideal in terms of price. My thought is, I'm guessing some people will be turned off by that price and that they may not even give it a chance. But even at that ridiculously high price, I will say that the Magic Keyboard accessory will be a well worth it accessory that you will want to have if you're going to bother dumping any amount of money into the iPad Pro anyway. So give that a thought. But it is really nice. It has a design that allows it to basically float, and that allows for the best experience in terms of the angles. So this will be ideal for using on your lap. That was the biggest criticism of the smart keyboards of the past, was that they were not easily usable in a variety of scenarios. And now this one will be. Well, unfortunately, at a much higher cost. Look, at least they did it. So that's really cool. Like I said, USB-C charging, really a nice touch. And I have to admit, I love it. And wow, a part of me just hesitates about that $350 price tag. I know myself, I'm not going to kid myself, I'm not going to kid you guys. I'll be buying it. I just will be. Because you can probably say that, yes, Logitech will probably come out with something that's $100 cheaper, but I just want this one. I just do. It just looks so good. And knowing that Apple designed it, you know it's going to be great quality. I mean, at least now it will be. In the past, not so much, but it's okay. It's going to be nice. Full-size keyboard and the trackpad, of course. And that brings me again to this discussion of the trackpad. This is something that Atlas has done from the start. The trackpad will make this, I would say, even a step above something like the Microsoft Surface. Now, why do I say that? Yes, it's true that Microsoft's Surface runs Windows, which is obviously a desktop OS, and some people will always just choose the Surface for that reason. And by all means, I do still agree that comparing the Surface to the iPad Pro is like apples to oranges. But there's something to be said about the package that Apple is offering with these iPad Pros that is just so compelling. And again, with the education discount being $899 for the 128GB iPad Pro 12.9 inch, it really does beg the question, does the iPad Pro have a superior value over a Surface? And I would say now, more than ever, the answer is yes. So the trackpad, the cursor will adjust to what you're placing it over. For example, as you can see here, if you're placing it over something that's a square, it actually changes shape to match what you are doing. And I think that's just really cool. It's a nice little classic Apple touch that goes a long way. And, you know, it's funny, I'll say that too. It's not even that Apple's the only one that can think of something like that, but they're just the only ones that seem to do it. So it's really intelligently designed, and I'm super excited. And of course, we all know that the Apple Pencil, that's nothing new, but again, it goes to this discussion of what should a computer be, and has Apple done it with this iPad Pro? Of course, you can also still get the LTE models. Now, that's one thing I will say, and I know this will never change, but I would love to see the pricing of the LTE models come down. God forbid I say this, maybe even just include LTE. Imagine that. I mean, I can't imagine those LTE chips are costing Apple that much. I wish they would just consider making all iPad models, without raising the prices, just be LTE capable. That would be so nice. But I guess there's a value, there's a revenue to be had from charging $100 and something more for LTE. It is what it is. But again, with all these things here, we still have. We do now get Wi-Fi 6 as well. We get gigabit class LTE. We have the same really high quality speaker system, which arranges to they adjust to however you're holding the iPad, and even more so. And I can speak from experience on this guy. I've owned both the 12.9 inch and the 11 inch iPad Pros from 2018, and I can tell you, definitely on the 12.9 inch, the speaker quality is superior. So again, you are paying a little bit more for the 12.9 inch, but you'll be doing yourself a great injustice to not at least think about all these upgrades that you get in the 12.9 inch the speaker quality being one of them. The audio that comes out of that is so impressive. And while the audio quality is also great on the 11-inch model, it's not quite as great as the 12.9 is. With that being said, though, it just has all the things. Oh, if you want to see that on your phone, which I didn't actually know until just now, you can use AR to see the new iPad in your environment, which is really nice. And in these current health crisis times, that's really cool that you can at least see it in person without even needing to go into an actual physical Apple store. So let's go ahead and go look at the tech specs real quick. So again, these models now start at 128 gigabytes, which is, can I get a hallelujah? Thank you, Apple. This is something that they should have done. Again, I say this all the time. Like, why did they even start at 64 gigabytes in 2018? That just makes no sense to me. You're not offering the consumer a good value by charging almost $1,000 for a 12.9-inch iPad, but only offering 64 gigabytes of storage. That's just not enough in this day and age. And I'll even take it a step further by saying even 128 is, for those that are going to be using it professionally for creative work, even that is a bit low, but at least they offer it. And that's, I guess, as good as you're going to get from Apple. So it now starts at $999 for the 12.9 inch compared to $950, but at least you're getting double the storage. So that is nice. And just take a look at the dimensions and the size. The 12.9 inch is 1.31, almost 1.5 pounds, and just over 1 pound on the 11-inch model. And same overall buttons and things like that. There is a camera dump now, just as the 11 Pro Max has. You still get your 18-watt power adapter, and you still get your USB-C charge cable, and you see all the things here. Overall, it's just a very impressive package, and it always was. You still get your 600 nits of brightness, and like I said, the A12Z Bionic chip. Again, it comes down to, in terms of why should you buy this over the 2018 iPad Pro, focus on a couple key things. The new camera system, and that's really it, the new camera system. And because the Magic Keyboard will be compatible, I want to mention that too. The Magic Keyboard will be compatible with the 2018 iPad Pros. So that is a key thing. And so I guess I can see a lot of people are saying, what's the big deal about upgrading? But if you ask me honestly, is the value there? I would say yes, the value is there to upgrade if you'll get use out of the LiDAR scanner, out of the new ultra-wide camera, and you want to sell your iPad Pro from 2018 and do that, and you don't take more than like $100 loss or something like that, I would say yeah, then do it. But there's also no downside to keeping your 2018 iPad Pro either. But definitely these upgrades are well worth it. Super excited about this, guys. In times like these, especially the current health crisis, you have to have something to give yourself enjoyment, and this is one way to do it, by focusing on things like technology. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I am excited to unbox this new 12.9-inch iPad Pro, give you guys a full review of it, and use it in my daily tech lineup. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if I missed anything, I apologize. Oh, I almost did miss something too. I did have this article saved too, because there is a couple of the tidbits I want to mention. The new iPad Pro 2020 models do all have 6 gigs of RAM. Now, in the past, only the 1 terabyte model had the 6 gigs of RAM standard, and all the rest had only 4 gigs of RAM. Well, now they all have 6 gig standard, which is great. which of course iPadOS still uses system resources incredibly efficiently, but it's good to have the 6 gigs either way. But now they all have the ultra wideband chip, which we first saw in the iPhone 11s and 11 Pro Max. But now they brought that to the iPad Pro, so they're future-proofing it, because at some point this year, they expect Apple to release AirTags, which are item trackers similar to Tiles. And so the fact that apparently the technology is in this iPad Pro, but Apple just didn't talk about it yet. But apparently it's there. So that's a couple of the tidbits I wanted to toss in too. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please stay healthy, stay well, and if you want to talk, I'm always available on my Facebook page, where you can comment on my videos, and I'll be sure to respond and discuss things with you. And in these uncertain times, it's always good to have somebody to talk to. I am here if you want to talk anytime. Until then, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out for now.